Tarifa is a small town in the province of Cádiz, Andalusia, on the southernmost coast of Spain. It is primarily known as one of the world's most popular destinations for windsports. The town is located on the Costa de la Luz and across the Straits of Gibraltar facing Morocco. At exactly 36 degrees latitude, it is the southernmost point of the European continent, situated south of both African capital cities of Tunis and Algiers. The municipality includes Punta de Tarifa, the southernmost point in continental Europe. There are several villages which depend economically on Tarifa in the municipality, including Tarifa, Façanes, and Bologna. History: it used to be thought that Tarifa was once the site of the Roman settlement of Julia Transducta. However, that settlement is now thought to have been where Algeciras now stands, while Tarifa may have been the site of the settlement of Malaria. Tarifa was given its present name after the attack of Tarifa ibn Malik in 710, a Berber military commander of Musa bin Nasser. The village of Bologna near Tarifa was also populated in Roman times. Roman ruins still exist near the village today. After the Islamic conquest of southern Spain, the city was fortified starting from the 10th century. Later Tarifa was held by the Taifa of Algeciras and by that of Seville, and subsequently by the Almoravids. After the latter's fall, it lived a short period under another Taifa of Algeciras, until becoming part of the Kingdom of Granada. In 1292 it was conquered by Sancho IV of Castile, and 2 years later it resisted a siege by North African Islamic troops. The town resisted another siege in 1340 from Moroccan troops, eventually leading to the Battle of Rayo Salado. In 1514 it became the seat of a marquisate, including also Bonos, Espera and Alcalá de los Gazols. In the course of the Peninsular War, Tarifa was besieged by French troops on December 20, 1810, and again on December 18, 1811. In both of these cases the town was defended by British troops from Gibraltar as the Spanish and British were allies against the French. During the 1811 Euro-12 siege of Tarifa there were 3,000 defending troops with 1,200 of those British, including Colonel Charles Holloway who as commanding Royal Engineer made improvements to Tarifa's defences. On December 19 the town was attacked again by General Laval, who bombarded the town over Christmas to the point where surrender was demanded on the 30th December. Both the British and Spanish commanders refused to comply and their defiance was rewarded by rain that started the next day. By January 5 the attacking force realized that their powder was wet and their guns were bogged down in mud, and retreated. Name: Tarifa is sometimes credited with being the origin of the word tariff, since it was the first port in history to charge merchants for the use of its docks, but other sources point to the Arabic word Tarifa as the origin. The name Tarifa itself is derived from the name of the Berber warrior, Tarifa ibn Malik. Main sites. Historical landmarks of the city include, the well-preserved Guzman Castle, near the port, built by order of Caliph Abd ar-Rahman III. Annexed to the Guzman en el Bueno Tower and the Church of St. Mary, on the site of a former mosque, remains of the medieval walls. Of 3 gates once existing, today only the Puerta de Giras has survived, Church of St. Matthew, built in the early 16th century in Gothic style, also over a former mosque. The 4-section 8 was redesigned by Torcuato Caracubden de la Vega in 1774. The ruins of the Roman city of Belo Claudia, located nearby. Tarifa has become a popular spot for northern Europeans to spend their summers. The coast of Tarifa is also popular with windsurfers and kite surfers due to the strong winds of the straits. For this reason Tarifa is also dotted with hundreds of wind turbines. Tarifa is a renowned place to watch migrating birds, in particular the storks which cross the Straits of Gibraltar in spring and autumn. Also whale and dolphin watching can be done on the 14-kilometre-wide straits. Cinema: Tarifa is renowned for its African Film Festival, whose first edition took place in 2004. Transportation: there are regular ferry services between Tarifa and Tangier and bus services between Tarifa and Algeciras, about 20 kilometers to the northeast, and Seville about 200 kilometers to the north. Climate: Tarifa features a Mediterranean climate with oceanic influences, with warm summers and very mild winters. Rain is concentrated in winter, with the summers being largely dry. Because of its proximity to the Atlantic Ocean, precipitation in the wet period is quite high. Monthly averages exceed 80 mm in the two wettest months, December and January. The influence of the ocean has the additional effect of creating a very small annual variation in temperature. Winters are much warmer than those of continental Spain, a phenomenon also due to its southerly location, and summers are cooler than most of the country. The average daily high in the hottest month, August, is only 24 degrees Celsius, significantly cooler than the temperatures experienced further inland in the Guadalquivir Valley, and also a little cooler than those felt further east along the Mediterranean coast in places such as Malaga and Almeria and even further west in Huelva and the Algarve coast of Portugal, as well as nearby Gibraltar and Tangier, which renders Tarifa to be an extreme microclimate. References: Dictionary of Greek and Roman Geography. External links: Official website, Estrecho Natural Park, Lances Beach Natural Parage.